Months because I didn't want to share this wealth, this extravaganza with anybody. I just want to have it for myself.
That's one of the amazing
is that
things
terrible?
about this. No, that's so great. Like some of these, like the fresh chèvre or the fromage blanc, you're going to want to eat those pretty quickly. So jump on those first. But most of the cheeses are in this kind of thicker plastic packaging. This will keep for months in the fridge. So if it's just you by yourself at your house, there's no shame. Keep all the cheese, open it up over time, cheese yourself.
Okay, and it's so how many different cheeses are there?
14.
Okay, we'll talk about some of them, but then you get, I call them, because I'm buying cheese, and the other things, that's just bonus stuff. What are the cool bonus things that come this year? Since I'm thirsty, I'll let you tell me about this one.
This is from Drift West. It's probiotic sparkling water. This one is cranberry raspberry flavored, so it's super refreshing as is. But on the live virtual tasting, we're going to be making a cocktail with it using what's called Calcohol from TMK Creamery. They're down in Canby. They're one of our producers. And with the byproduct of cheese, so you've heard of curds and whey, right? So the curds become the cheese.
Yep.
The whey they use to make vodka out of. So we're actually going to be doing a cocktail with this beautiful cran raspberry sparkling water and then vodka made from the whey of cheese.
I don't even know if I can process all that, but here's what I know. There are a number of Oregon cheesemakers that make curds. TMK happens to be one of those. And their curds are fantastic. Like this is the way you make really good poutine is you have really good curds, and so you get curds.
You get curds in your kit. Last year we did their dill curds, and those are incredible. And this year it's the chipotle, so you get to try a new flavor.
All right. So the first time that I heard about these crackers, I was like, I don't know, oat crackers. I don't know, like oat milk. Come on now, these are ridiculous. These are like nothing you've ever had. They are fantastic. They are amazing.
The producer is called Effie's Homemade, and they do oat cakes. You get 2 different kinds in your kit, so the original, and then corn cakes as well. So there's lots of fun pairings you can play around with. Think like a cornbread with a cheddar, and then we've got this beautiful cajeta from Portland Creamery, which is like a goat milk caramel. So that kind of replaces the honey in a cornbread, and then with one of the cheddars, you just get a really like sweet, savory bite. It's one of the amazing things you can play around with your cheese kit.
Some people, this is not very good, and so what I think you should do is just pull out all of the jars. They won't mind, and I will take them all home as an act of kindness. This is so ridiculous and so good. There's 100 uses for this, maybe 101. I love this caramel. It is ridiculous.
It's such good stuff. And then the other beautiful sauce that you get in it is from Kelly's Jelly. They're Marionberry Habanero, which is one of our favorites, and they're an amazing local producer as well.
I've been fans of Kelly. She's amazing. Her company is amazing for a long, long time. Okay, talk to us about some of these other cheeses.
So the amazing thing about Oregon is that it's not like some other states, I'm not going to name any names, where it's all kind of the same thing. In Oregon, we have this incredible array. So I mentioned like the fresh chèvre and the fromage blanc, beautiful, fresh, moisture-rich styles. We've got the Oaxaca from Don Twirlin. They're making Mexican-style cheeses. La Mariposa is another one. They're an Argentinian cheesemaker. You also talked about the curds. We've got halloumi back again this year, which is super exciting. I bet on the virtual tasting we might be seeing a really cool fried halloumi recipe being made on that tasting.
Okay, I have got to say, my friend Roberto Garcia introduced me to halloumi, fried halloumi. It is so ridiculous. Like I would get this, and I don't know what you're going to teach on your virtual, but I would just slice it, not too thin, and then I would get some hot olive oil, some hot neutral oil, and then just fry it up. It fries up incredible, and fried halloumi is like nothing you've ever had. Walla Walla Cheese Company's halloumi is absolutely fantastic. It is good stuff.
It's good stuff. We've got 2 different cheeses from Tillamook from their kind of specialty premium line. A sweet English cheddar, and then a smoked hickory cheddar, so that's exciting. We've got a blue cheese from Rogue Creamery down south. There's a mixed milk.
You can't just skip over Rogue Creamery.
Rogue Creamery. I can't say it's not the one that won the world
But still, you are getting
award.
blue cheese from the creamery that made the best cheese in the world.
in the world.
Plus, David Gremmels, if you've ever met him. I love him so much. He's amazing. This Oregon Blue, get this, make a nice steak in January, first week of January to recover from Christmas, put a little bit of this on your steak, have a gin martini, you will be so happy.
It's good stuff.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but I just, come on, Rogue, we got to pay homage.
Bro. Another great classic cheesemaker from Oregon, Face Rock, out in Bandon, and this is their mixed milk sheep and cow's milk cheddar style.
Yeah, they are an amazing creamery and a fantastic place. You get down to Bandon, you have to go there, but then bring, a good-sized wallet and a big bag because you're going to take a lot of their cheese home with you. I've done it.
An insulated tote, like the one you will get in your Oregon cheese kit.
I'll put up a
That'd be
picture
perfect.
of the tote on the screen right now for people.
Another really cool one that's in your kit is, I don't know how many of you know, there's actually a cheese making facility at Oregon State University where our best and brightest can go to learn how to make cheese and become the next generation of our cheesemakers. So there is, it's called Gochu Cheddar. It's with red Korean chili flakes.
That is fun. Speaking of Oregon State University, the people that Nestucca Bay Creamery, that's how she met her husband. Is she was there at Oregon State dairy program. She has a overseas. She studies a year abroad in New Zealand. That's where her husband came from. I love Nestucca Bay Creamery. That's a great story. They do this New Zealand ice cream there at their creamery. That's absolutely phenomenal. The special machine that cuts fruit right into the ice cream, and they make their ice cream right there. But what's the cheese they have for us?
They have an Asiago style cheese, so that's actually one of the ones that we have out if you want to taste some of that.
Where's
today,
that at?
too. That's this one right here.
Yes.
And I took a little sneak of it earlier. It's really delicious. But those kinds of stories, those exactly the kinds of things that you'll get to hear when you see the short videos from the cheesemakers during the virtual tasting on the 26th.
That's awesome. Okay, what's this one?
That one, no, I'm probably going to pronounce it incorrectly, but muesli. This is from Yuma Pine Creamery, which was another one of our cheesemakers that is out in Eastern Oregon. And I actually haven't gotten to try this one yet.
No.
So that'll be a surprise for all of us.
It's a farmstead cheese. I love their name.
Now, I have a trivia question for you. Do you know what the word farmstead means in cheesemaking?
I do not.
It is an equivalent. Well, you're not alone, first of all, because we did some, in that consumer survey, we asked some people if they knew, and most people don't.
Well, here's what I am brilliant, but I have a cheese-like intellect. Did you not know this? I'm a dad. I got dad jokes. Swiss cheese intelligence. That's right. There's big holes in what I do and do not know. Anyways, tell us about Farmstead.
So it's the equivalent of an estate winery. So it means that they have the animals and milk the animals on property. So it's made with the milk that they have right there. That they control the process from grass to.
Okay, so like Nestucca, because they milk their cows and they make their cheese right there. Because I've been there and it's fun. Okay.
The opposite is if you buy milk.
And have the milk brought in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which about half of our producers are Farmstead and about half of them buy their milk.
What's this one?
That's an aged cheddar from Willamette Valley Cheese Company. And that's another one that I haven't tried yet either. But, you love a little age on some cheddar. That's when you start to get those tyrosine crystals and gets a little crunch in it.
Tyrosine crystals. There's some terms that are really, really special in the culinary world to me. The Maillard reaction. When
I don't know that.
That's where you cook and get the char on the steak.
Okay.
You got to Google that and read that. I probably screwed it up, but it's amazing. And then tyrosine crystals. That's those two things right there. That makes me very, very, very happy. And did you now this? You mentioned this briefly.
Yep, that's fromage blanc. So did you know fresh chev like this, and then fromage blanc, it's the same process exactly. It's just a different style of milk. So this is cow's milk, a fromage blanc.
Yep.
And then a chev is goat's milk. But other than that, the process is all the same.
And which creameries?
That's Portland Creamery chev.
Yep.
And it's going to be, this one here is plain, but it's going to be a cranberry orange in the kits. And then By George Farm from Southern Oregon makes the honey and sea salt fromage blanc.
So wait, the one that comes in the kit is cranberry orange?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So I have a really good recipe for a cranberry margarita. That and some cranberry orange chef, I think it'd be absolutely perfect.
Or with the cocktail with the cran raspberry and
yes.
the alcohol.
Yes. Okay, I want to mention 2 more again when we close, but now I got to try this. What's this?
That one is the aged cheddar from Willamette Valley. Let's try it. Tell me what you think.
It's fantastic. I think you need to try it. I love lots and lots of kinds of cheeses. I love like a rogue quality blue cheese. I don't like an average blue cheese, like a top end, top shelf blue cheese. And probably my other favorite is an aged cheddar. I love all cheese. I even love the cheese you're not supposed to like, that comes in a plastic wrap, but I love all cheese, but an aged cheddar is one of my favorites, and this is a great representation of it.
It's nice and creamy.
Okay, and then this culinary gem, I have got to take a bite of this. What is this masterpiece here?
Well, so that's one of the Effie's cakes, along with some Portland Creamery fresh shove and a drizzle of their cajeta on top. Should be a really nice combination of a little bit of crispy, a little kind of nutty from the cake, and then the creamy of the cheese and a little sweet to top it off.
If I wanted to get fancy for dinner, I would have salad and then have this as a fun little course, just this, and then dinner and then dessert. And just
love that.
This would be just this. Oh, this is amazing.
That could be dessert too.
Yes, it could. Okay, so I know behind the scenes, Tillamook does a lot to help the Cheese Guild. And I know a number of their dairy farmers, and they do really hard, and they do great. So I just want to close. You mentioned 2 of them, but I got to at least give a shout out to them. So this is a hickory smoked extra sharp white cheddar. Smoky savoriness. I got to think about what I'm going to do with this, because smoked cheddar sounds absolutely fantastic.
Well, so the woman who is in charge of their premium line, so you'll notice the packaging's a little different than the usual Tillamook that you find kind of in the regular grocery section. These are Tillamooks that you might find at the cheese counter or in the specialty case. And she's going to be joining us live during the tasting, so you'll hear from some of the other cheesemakers via video, but she's actually going to come on live. She's the one who's doing the cocktail pairing.
Oh.
Her name's Denise Labrie. She's awesome. And so she'll be talking about these 2 cheeses during the virtual event. And they also provided the totes. So they were a big sponsor to us. They're great supporters and adding to the cake.
They help the Cheese Guild tremendously. I love all the cheesemakers. I always want to make sure I give a shout out to Tillamook because of all the hard work they do and their support they provide. And that second one, that's an Oregon English style sweet cheddar.
Right. So there are so many different kinds of cheddar. You think of cheddar cheese and you think like, oh yeah, it's just what you slap on your burger. But there are so many different styles. So the one you might think of with Tillamook is probably more their sharp style with a black label, 2 or 3 year aged. But this one is a completely different style. It's sweet, so it's going to be real creamy. You'll taste that fresh grassiness kind of in there, and like
I'm excited
butter.
to try that one. Well, Katie, this is all amazing and awesome. It's a joy to cheer on you guys and everything that you're doing at the Oregon Cheese Guild and all of your cheesemakers. And again, please, if you're still watching and you've gotten to the end of this video, go to the website.
Hi, Mom.
And buy exactly. Go and buy yourself a tasting kit, 6 pounds of cheese. More importantly, it helps the Oregon Cheese Guild and it helps cheesemakers. They make incredible cheese here in Oregon. I've had amazing cheese all over the world, and Oregon stands to any of the cheeses I've ever had. I haven't had a place where, oh yeah, they definitely have better cheese in Oregon. It's just not the case. I don't know if it's the water, the rain, I don't know what it is, but it really, really is phenomenal cheese. There's nothing I see here that doesn't make me, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. I want all of them. And thank you to the sponsors who made this happen. I very much appreciate it.
And thank you, Steven, for everything that you do.
Oh, you got it. Cheers, everybody.